Hey everybody! I recently made a video with a lot of Pokemon sprite edits in it. Dragon type Pokemon in RBY. And a lot of people really liked that video, which is pretty swag. And a big part of why a lot of people liked it, according to them, is my Pokemon sprite edits. That's something that a lot of people seem to really appreciate about my videos. And I'm glad. Like, it's always fun to like inject a little bit of character into these goobers, you know? Even if it is for stuff like making Dratini homophobic.
God makes all people different sizes and shapes and problems, but he only makes the people he hates gay. That's you.
But yeah, even if it can be a little bit of a pain in the ass sometimes, God, it is such a fulfilling thing to do, and I really do appreciate that people enjoy it so much. So, to kind of celebrate that a little bit, and partially because we talked about doing it on stream and I thought it'd be fun, I figured I'd do a little personal top 10 of my favorite sprite edits that I've made for my videos. I nearly said in no particular order. That would have been a lie. This is ordered, actually. So yeah. Who's my favorite? Coming in at number 10 on my favorite sprite edits that I've done is Pissed Off Cloyster from Red and Blue. This one is a very simple edit. There's not a lot been changed here compared to the original Cloyster sprite, but something about it really clicks with me. I think it's mainly the little bit of the mouth. It's the shaping, right? The fact that it's not, like, the asymmetry of it, the fact even though that it's looking at you dead on, there's kind of like a, you know, whatever you call this. And fun fact about this sprite, this is the only sprite in this video that I made before 2024. This is the oldest sprite in the video. So for an old one, this has held up fairly well. I'm shocked I haven't used it more often, you know? I think I've been using the Space World sprite for Cloyster quite a bit, and I like that one too. But something about this one, it really clicked with me. So, rounding out the top 10, Pissed Off Cloyster. Pretty good, I'm a fan. Coming in at number 9 is Sad Slowbro. Yeah, the mood is real down today. We got a pissed off Pokemon into a just genuinely sad one. This is a color. This is like, it's an edit. I don't know if you can hear that. There's a fucking ice cream truck outside. It's 5 in the afternoon in October. They be selling anything. But yeah, this is a sprite edit of Slowbro's yellow sprite that has then had its colors changed to be more akin to the Space World sprites. This is something I do a fair bit in my videos. I don't know how many people notice it. I don't use the yellow color palettes a ton in my videos when it comes to my sprite edits. Like, I really don't like the idea of having, like, a red sprite and a yellow sprite, like, next to each other, with these, like, two very distinctly different, like, color palettes, especially, like, in the black outlines. It's very, very, like, apparent. So yeah, I usually end up just editing the yellow sprites to be more akin to like the red and blue or the Space World ones. And I'm glad I do. And this is a prime example where I think it paid off. Sad Slowbro really gets me. There's also a lot of Slowbro sprite edits that have the mouth closed, and I do like that. I was very nearly tempted to put one of them on the list. But this one, it's the shell. It is the shelter on the back that really tickles me about this. I just, like, Slowbro being, like, genuinely really upset, and the shelter just, like, kind of being fucked off. Like, just kind of unbothered. Actually, I don't think that's what I made this sprite for. I think what I initially made this sprite for was Slowbro, someone behind him was making fun of him. And then, the shell looks behind. I wonder, did I do that in the new video? I'm gonna look real silly if I did. But yeah, Sad Slowbro, rock solid. I'm a big fan of this one. Continuing our streak of violence in movies and sadness on TV, we have Punching Dragonite. This is a sprite edit of the Red and Blue sprite. You'll recognize this if you saw the new video. And I like it a lot. This is a very niche one, right? This is not one that did I use it once? I might have only used it once. I did only use it once in the new video. But damn, did it pay off. This one's pretty elaborate. It's very different from the vanilla sprite. But it was really fun to do, and I was really happy with like the final bit that I managed to get out of this edit. The reason it's this low, despite how much I love the edit and how like elaborate it is, I just think it's a little messy. I think that left arm, there's something about it doesn't fully sit right with me. It took me a long time to be happy with the clenched up fist on the left. Well, Dragonite's left, you know what I mean. And even now, I'm not fully over the moon about it. That arm, damn, that arm is long. Look, the more I look at it, the more I'm going to be nitpicky about it. I do really appreciate this one, even if I think it's a little jank. Very happy with punching Dragonite. Looking forward to Dragon Punch getting added in Gen 10 as tribute to me making this. You're welcome in advance, Game Freak. Coming in at number 7 is maybe the simplest sprite edit in the entire video, and that is Suspicious Tangler. This is an edit of the red and blue sprite, and I've never really touched on it, but damn, Tangler is fun to do shit like this for. You really are just moving white pixels in a black void. That's all there is to it. But despite that, I absolutely adore the range of emotions you can get out of this thing. I did, like, occasionally, like, sneak in, like, cheeks and eyebrows for certain sprites that I've done in the past. He's just a funny little guy. I might be a little bit biased, because I do like Tangler a lot. And of course, editing that, the To Catch a Rapper, that bit in the new video, like, that was so centered around Tangler. So, like, I am, you know, I've got a soft spot for Tangler. I am a little bit tickled by Tangler. He's fun. He's fun. So yeah. Suspicious Tangler? It's pretty fun. Pretty fun. Coming in at number 6, we have the very interestingly named Dying Arbok. This is an edit of Arbok's yellow sprite, which is already a sprite I really like. The other two don't super do it for me. I think the red and green one isn't that bad, but it's a little hard to work with. But yeah, this is like a recoloration of the yellow sprite with some pretty hefty edits. And this one I'm really happy with. I did use it in the little Metal Gear joke that I made in the new video. But I got some use of it outside of that as well. I think I used it 2 or 3 times outside of that. And I don't know. Something about, like, Arbok not moving a ton, just kind of, like, doing... There's an air of patheticness to this sprite that I really enjoy. Just a little, you know? I can't fully put my finger on it. This is like when you're playing, like, pretend, right? You're playing pretend and you got shot, right? Is what it looks like. You're fake dying. You're like, oh, down I go. You know, it's... You know, it doesn't look like Arbok is fully invested in dying. But that kind of just makes me like it more. It's cute. Yeah, it's a good one. Again, I have a little bit of Arbok bias. It was really fun getting to talk about this thing. And RBY SU in general. There might be a bit of recency bias in this video, I won't lie. But yeah, Dying Arbok is a real winner. I'm a big fan. Coming in at number 5 is Worried Alakazam. This is an edit of Alakazam's red and blue sprite. And damn, the fucking sheer raw emotion in this guy's face. It's something else, I'm not gonna lie. To me, this sprite conveys like more than regular sadness. This is like impending dread, right? That you can see the weariness in his eyes. You really can. He's entirely familiar with what he's about to be put through. And damn, he's you know, he knows there's no way out of it. You know, he's not fighting it, but damn, he's not happy about it. He's not happy about it regardless. Shit is tough. Yeah, I've had a lot of fun doing sprite edits of Alakazam. Like, I haven't made that many. I feel like I don't talk about Alakazam a huge amount, but they are fun to do. You can get a lot of really fun expressions out of Alakazam. So as bad as I feel for him, Alakazam uncomfortably sneaks his way into the top 5. My bad, bro. Coming in at number 4 is our only sprite from Pokemon Yellow to not have an updated color palette, and that is Sad Primeape. And boy, that is one sad fucking Primeape. This Primeape is like the definition of just like worn out. He's tired. He can't take this shit no more. He just... ZU is not being kind to this man. I don't know what's going on with him, but it's clearly tough out there. He looks so tired, it's crazy. And like the fact that he still has the little anger bump, whatever you call that. I don't know. He's tired of being angry. He don't want to be angry no more. Primeape, he wants to be Friend Ape. He wants to be Friend Ape. Just for once. He's wondering. He's wondering. Yeah, no, there is years of sadness built up in those eyes. You heard of the 1,000-yard stare. Buddy, there's more than 1,000 in there. There's more than 1,000. If he could talk, he'd give you a fucking detailed rundown of what is over the horizon. He can see for fucking miles upon miles. It is a bad day to be Primeape. Is what I would say. If they didn't make the top 4. Congratulations! What? We're finally breaking our streak of sadness with our number 3 pick. And that is Happy Exeggutor. Exeggutor is kind of funny because the Space World sprite and the yellow sprite are just the exact same, except like the Space World sprite uses this color palette, which I just prefer. And this is a pretty simple edit. It's funny, I actually had a pretty tough time picking an Exeggutor one. And it felt weird not picking one where the other 2 heads also weren't edited. Like, the number 2 pick for Exeggutor definitely was this one where it's looking behind kind of awkwardly. I just like how all 3 heads are in on this one. And the expression is still quite funny. But damn, Happy Exeggutor. This, like, I don't think I've done that many sprites of Pokemon being, like, kind of happy or, like, overjoyed and shit. This one really hits, though. He's so happy. Whatever he's looking at, he's so fucking happy. I remember why I made this one, too. This is, like, him reacting to being 4th on the viability rankings now. You can see the fucking hope. This made his day. This made his day. Good for you, Eggy. Good for you, Eggy. This is, like, again, pretty simple edit, but it really clicks with me. Big fan. I love Eggy so much. I do just love Eggy. Eggy is such a cool Pokemon. I hope one day we see Eggy number 3. I think it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen. Oh my fucking... It was so many people on the new video were like, oh, is the Big 4 real again? Because, like, Eggy is, like, doing that good. Which I think is a reasonable ask. But then because I, like, offhandedly mentioned that Chansey-less teams were still a thing, and that Lax-less teams were being explored, there were a couple people who were like, Big 1? RBY's Big 1? It's just Tauros? It ain't that deep. It ain't that deep, buddy. Come on. That's still a Big 3. Or 4. I'll give you 4. But come on. What? You don't gotta run Eggy on everything. Then for our runner-up spot, at number 2, we have Pissed Off Gyarados. A lot of pissed off Pokemon today, damn. But this is an edit of the red sprite. Red and blue, I guess. I love this one. I think this is one of the first sprite edits I did, where, like, I edited the sprite to have, like, a pretty significant movement. Like, specifically here, it's that the mouth is closed. And fuck, something about this really hits for me. I really, really like it. I think it's the shape of the lip. Something about just the eyes and the shape of the lip. He's really done. Gyarados is so unbelievably fucking done. He might kill. You know what this is? You know what this is? This is like Gyarados looking like someone's brought Gyarados to OU, and this is Gyarados looking at like a completely unwinnable matchup. Like this is Gyarados on like like being piloted by a bad trainer who used Gyarados to be like funny and quirky in OU. And Gyarados knows it's not going to get jack shit done and just kind of has to sit there and, like, soak it all up. Damn, yeah, I feel kind of bad now. This is a good-ass sprite. I love this one. But, oh, you can see, they are seething. They are fuming. Before we get into the number 1, we got a few honorable mentions. Dragonair looking down. I think this one's pretty funny. I'm not entirely sure why. It looks like Dragonair just saw, like, a bug on the ground and is absolutely fucking disgusted by it. I enjoyed that. Disappointed Jinx. Yeah, you never thought you'd see me say something nice about a Jinx sprite, but no, this one really gets me. I like it. again, I think I'm just a fan of Pokemon looking completely just done with it all, right? Pokemon looking like they'd rather be anywhere else. And this is a prime example of that I quite enjoy. Smog Lapras. This is one of my oldest and simplest edits, and I think it still holds up really well. It's so similar to the original sprite, but you can tell Lapras is a cheeky fuck. You can tell they're proud of whatever the fuck they've done. This one really hits. Two other Dragonite sprites I really enjoy. This edit of the Space World one, where Dragonite has just been hit by something, and this edit of the yellow sprite, where Dragonite's really happy. I actually I don't think I've used this one yet, like the full version of it. You can partially see it in this like little thingy I made for the new video, but I don't think I used the full sprite. It's good. I like it. It's fun. The prize for favorite blinking sprite goes to Red and Blue Farfetch'd. For a sprite that is on screen for like 8 frames, this is pretty good. I like this. I can see myself getting more use out of this one in the future. If I have a reason to talk about Farfetch'd, that is, but you know, we'll play it by ear. We'll see how that goes. But I still like this one. He looks kind of. This could also be like a brooding or like evil sprite, maybe. A lot of different ways this could go, and I'm a big fan of it. And my last honorable mention is this Haunter sprite. And honestly, it's not even the sprite itself that gets me about this one. This one just got a chuckle out of me because the file name is Haunter_sprite_racist. Because I made this one for the RBYUU Social Drinkers video, and I think this was a sprite for Haunter saying some crazy out of pocket shit, and I kind of just forgot, and that did get a chuckle out of me. So yeah, congratulations, Haunter. I don't know if I want to congratulate Haunter for that, actually. That's my bad. And then for number 1, we have a 2-way tie. Get fucked, buddy. Yep, I swindled you. I threw you for a loop. This was top 11 the whole time. Imagine that. Yeah. We're Mega Man up in here. But this is a tie between Suspicious Space World 98 Chansey and this custom sprite that I made for Chansey's breakdown at the end of the RBYOU video. I really like both these sprites. I think just in terms of like visuals, I prefer the Suspicious one. But I kind of realized I love these sprites for the same reason. And that's that they are sprites I made for very elaborate, like, I guess animations is what I would call it. Yeah, I guess so. And these are sprites I made near the very end of that process. And just because of that, I have a real soft spot for them. Because, like, I made them at the end of finishing, you know, little funny bits that I really enjoyed. And, you know, I guess I just kind of connect with them in that sense. I have a bit of a fond memory looking back at them, dropping them into Vegas, and then just watching the bit back and going, yeah, I cooked a little. That was good. I do greatly enjoy both of these, like, individual bits. They were very fun to do. And also Chansey's just funny. I guess I also have a bit of a bias for the one doing the breakdown, because this is not really an edit of another Chansey sprite. This is just a custom Chansey sprite. There isn't a forward-facing Chansey sprite. So I just kind of made one, like, loosely based on the, not loosely, I guess, just based on the Space World one. And I think it came out alright. So that's fun. So there you go. That's my top 11 or like 17 if you count the honorable mentions sprite edits that I have made for my silly little videos. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you have your own picks that you thought I made and were funnier than my picks? I don't know. Thanks for watching though.